We had a great win against Austin Peay at home. Outstanding play from Kiana Kirby, Taylor Porter, great rebounding by Jessica Winfrey, and just a total team effort. Everybody on the team contributed. Thought we played pretty well. Then we had a good week of practice. We lost a game. We had to postpone a game against SEMO because of the power outage right before the game. That was disappointing. We hadn't talked since then. I hate that we lost that game before that Austin Peay game. And then we had to turn around after the Peay game and head down to Belmont. I thought our team was focused in preparation for that game, really in tune to the game plan, and we played well enough to win, just didn't make enough shots. Had three or four, after watching film, we had three or four critical defensive breakdowns that they took advantage of, and one of them was a three-point play on an and one, and then 2 threes for shooters, and we guarded the screen incorrectly, and those were critical. But that's going to happen during the course of the game a few times. But after watching the film, not disappointed at all with the effort. We played well enough to win, just didn't make enough shots. We only make 5 threes and missed a bunch of layups. And we're talking 18 missed layups, and it's just tough. Shot 80% from the free throw line, did what we needed to do there. Just didn't make enough shots, and that's what it boiled down to. And our strength defensively has really been defending the three this year. We're in the we're in the top 20 in the country in three-point field goal percentage defense, and our overall defense was pretty good. Held them to 30%, but gave up 40% from the three-point line. And late in the game, in a one-possession game, they go back-to-back threes with players who we were supposed to be on at the time, and they give credit to them. They did a nice job, and we come away with a loss, and that's really what it boiled down to. It's 1 or 2 possessions.
What happened with Kiana last night? Do you have any update on that?
She got injured 19 seconds into the game, and certainly that affected us. We were very out of sorts offensively at the beginning of the game. We had 7 turnovers in the first 3 minutes after that. But, we can't use that as an excuse for losing the ball game. What it did is it put a lot of pressure on those 4 freshman guards because they never had any rest. So we got to look at things. Key, the severity of her injury, we don't know. She may play this weekend. She may not sure. She'll have a doctor's appointment, an MRI, and things like that if they're necessary today and tomorrow, and then we'll see. Today's an off day for us, so we'll find out tomorrow when we get ready for practice if she's going to be available or not, and we'll just take it from there. We have a next woman up philosophy, and we just got to find somebody to, if she is out for any length at all, we've got to find somebody to replace her scoring and her rebounding. She's averaging almost 6 rebounds a game for us from that guard position, and that's going to be crucial.
Was it a knee injury?
She kind of tweaked her knee a little bit, but we don't know what it was. She walked off the court. She walked off and on and off the bus. Might have been doing a little dancing. Last night when we got home. She's fine. We'll just see what happens as far as if she has to miss any time. Well, and I really was a little disappointed after the game was over, but after watching film, I mean, I can't be disappointed. I can't fault them. The effort is there. I think there was a little pressing and trying. Oh, you know what? We don't have Key for the rest of this game. We've got to do it ourselves, and I think we, kind of got in a hurry a lot offensively, and I think that's the reason. We missed so many layups. I think, Taylor Porter and in particular was really rushing things, whereas she has started slowing the game down, and the game has slowed down for her, and she's been a lot more effective. She scored 12 points last night, but it was on 18 shots, and she missed several layups where she's just going 100 miles an hour and just shot it too hard. And I think that was some of it after watching film, but they've got an opportunity. They've got to step up and make plays. and we just didn't make enough plays.
Last 5 minutes of game, it feels like the team has the lead, and then the last 7 minutes seems to dissipate. The other teams take advantage. Do you think the team's pressing a little bit in the last 5 minutes?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I would agree with that statement. Now, it happened last night. There's no question. But you know, and this is my fault as a coach. I mean, we've run isolation things for Kiana Kirby as our go-to player. You know, that's the one thing that we didn't replace when she went out of the game last night. You know, when teams make a run, like they went on a 9-0 run there at the end. Well, if that had been the game before, you know, we call a set to isolate Kiana Kirby, and she goes and gets us a bucket when those things happen, and that stems the tide of that run. And she's a veteran player that knows how to handle those situations. So in last night's game, we didn't have that presence, and you know, we certainly have to develop that presence. But you know, we probably haven't put those other players in that position, and they're going to have to step up and be in that position if she's not available. Yeah, all their games are going to be close. They're a great rebounding team. They have very good athletes, real good length. They'll start 6'4", 6'5". They have 6'1" athletic kids with good length. You know, they're not a great perimeter shooting team, but because of the length that they have and the athletic ability they have, they're gonna be in every ball game. It's certainly going to be it's a tough place to play. And it's going to be a tough environment for us to go into, and we're going to have to negate their advantage on the boards. And we've been rebounding well. You know, we were tied on the boards with Belmont, and you know, out rebounded Austin Peay. And you know, I think we've really had some other people. Jashay Lee had 10 rebounds last night. Winfrey had 15. You know, we've had some other people start rebounding, and we're going to have to rebound extremely well to have a chance to win. Well, I hope we can, but you know, the one thing, we don't force a lot of turnovers because we really focus on protecting inside the three-point line, and with the new rules, you know, we try to keep our hands off people, and but you know, they do turn it over some. We turned it over 18 times last night, so you know, even though we were 5th in the nation in fewest turnovers per game going into last night's game, we turned it over 18 times ourselves. So hopefully we can win the turnover battle. It's crucial for our chances for success. You know, I'm big about taking care of the basketball, and that's I mean, we're going to have to on this road trip to have any chance to come out with victories.